Hello everyone and welcome back to Green Lantern Rise of the Manhunters. It's been a while since we've recorded for this, for reasons I don't want to get into, but we're back, we're here, and today we're going to be starting our Zamoron levels. So we get to meet the head honcho of this planet, and yeah, so that's a thing. Yeah, I guess I'll get into it more when we, talk about each level, as we get to them, but this is the point of the game where it just becomes more annoying than anything. So, it's, we're just, the first three levels, they had their, whole thing, which, those ones, they weren't overly long or whatnot, but as you keep playing the game and you see this string of levels, this pattern of levels over and over, it gets rather annoying, so yeah. It just becomes that. Here's Queen Agabo herself. She seems like a nice lady. If this were no, I mean, if this were Guy Gardner or something, he'd probably try to get with that alien. I'm almost certain of it. I don't think Hal would. John probably wouldn't, but Guy probably he would. So this is basically the first half of this level, where most of it is just like, or a good number of it is, helping Queen Agabo take out the Manhunters. Then we're going to see, basically just like a protection kind of thing where we have to protect her. She gets a health meter. We have to not let drain to 0, so it's not overly difficult or anything. It's not really time consuming either. And of course we got our main slew of Manhunters here. That sound effect gets me every time. Whenever the battle just ends, it reminds me of like a horror movie or something. Hearing that, but I just realized Hal's not touching the floor there. It's probably just because of the jump point or whatever. Oh yeah, I almost forgot these guys. These guys with the buzzsaws that are really annoying. So that's fun. Gotta try and take... I guess one piece of advice I'll give you is to try and take those guys out first. It'll save you later on. So yeah, we beat this whole thing of Manhunters, and now we're about to learn a new ability, a new construct, which apparently Hal doesn't know how to do. Or at least he doesn't know how to fully do it by the time, by the first one. He didn't know how to make constructs, and now he's just doing baseball stuff. He's got a bat. I wonder if this version of Green Lantern knows about, you know, if he has a Batman or a Superman on his Earth. I mean, this was supposed to be the start of a cinematic universe, so it's possible. It makes sense. Hopefully there's hopefully by the time we get around to that Green Lantern show that they're doing, you know, we actually get a good, you know, a good representation, like a good representation of Hal and Jon Stewart, not the comedian. I'm actually really glad that they're doing both of them as opposed to just one. I think for the purpose of like this first movie here, it made sense to go with Hal as opposed to Jon Stewart. The ones that most audiences at that time were familiar with. So, but I like that for this new show that they're doing. They're going with more than one because there's a whole lineage of Green Lanterns that people just kind of forget about for the last like 10 years or so. As far as media, it's been mostly Hal Jordan, so hopefully we get some more Lanterns in there. I would love to see Guy Gardner and Kyle Rayner make an appearance. If they're not Green Lanterns by that time, like they could become Green Lanterns while John and Hal are in space doing, you know, what Green Lanterns do, I guess. It makes sense for did Guy come out before John's? I'm not too sure. I might be wrong. So now we get a we gotta protect her kind of deal. It's not really an escort mission, but it's more just like, you know, let her do her thing and try not to let too many people hurt her, I guess. It's still like the same deal with the guys with buzzsaws, where it's just they'll see them you know, do their buzzsaws and they're pretty much unblockable. I like doing those two maces on them. It really helps out. I forgot why I blew up that one there. I think it was just because it was showing off like a collectible or whatnot. Because I think that in there is some is probably like a green meteorite or something. I know there's a door up ahead that has it, but I'm not sure why it has. Not sure why it hasn't right there. Better charge up before we move on. So we met those flying ships earlier that we had to use the baseball bat for, but now we're about to meet another new enemy. I just realized I shot at somebody.
Which tells me the Manhunters are going to attack. What?
Yeah, here we go. So we got these like snake robots. So yeah, now because all those are all those soldiers were in the ground. Now it's just protecting the queen, I guess.
They're disappearing.
No, they were transported back to the Zamoron city. You broke the Manhunters' control.
I realize that, like, these levels are the only ones with, like, different breed of enemies. It's nothing, like, substantial or anything, but it really makes a difference when you're going through and just fighting whoever. Oh yeah, there's the door. See, and behind there is where the green meteorite is. One thing I learned while I was recording for the playthrough, or not the playthrough, the review, is that if you get a green meteorite before the checkpoint, then it won't save in between. It won't save, so you'll have to get it again, which was kind of annoying, especially when I died here. Because it's like ships attacking you, and then you got soldiers. So it's kind of annoying. I realize that when they're firing at your shield, it doesn't affect your health, even though it looks like it does. So that's an odd thing. You just twirl them to death. Oh yeah, now we got ones with shields. I feel like the best way to take these ones out is just with the your constructs, because after a few seconds the constructs will just break the shield. And so if you have, like, I think you can get the minigun up until this point. You can probably buy the minigun. That's a good way to destroy shields. The spinning balls is another one. I guess. Also, that buzzsaw attack is good too. It's a fun combat system, especially with the constructs and stuff. I really like using constructs more than I do actually using my regular attacks. Even just shooting people, like shooting them with laser beams and stuff. So I said that, it's a different breed of enemies and stuff, but you can clearly see that there are similarities between them. So whatever, it's fine. Just like with some of the Manhunters, one of the best things I can tell you is for those ones that are far off, like, they shoot their energy at you, just shoot back at them. Or grab them. Grabbing them is another way of taking care of them really easily. Oh yeah, I almost forgot they have these things too. They got these crystals for you to smash, and it's just It's more like they have shields around them and stuff, and it says like power boosting, but it's not really much of a boost. So I wish I had thought to shoot at them more.
Okay.
I guess I got so used to it with the Manhunters. Now it's just whatever.
Ring. How do I get through?
Shrine interior passageways are energized by Zamoronian violet energy. It is resistant to all willpower attacks.
So yeah, we're gonna smash that, and yeah, this is the end of the part. Not really much else to say there, but yeah. So next time we'll finish off the first of the Zamoron levels. So anyway, I will see ya next time.